sometimes silence is self-preservation. This is the first time that I'm addressing it, but this year I paused and closed down Gaffa Sandals, which is a company that I've run for about 10 years. It's okay to lean into joy. It's okay to take a break when you're overwhelmed.
I'm not ready yet, ready to begin.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Grace Chimezie, others know me as Grace Chi Alex. Some are familiar with my previous alias, which is Tito Pichi. Whatever you know me as is fine, but welcome back to my channel. I realized that every year or by the end of every year I do a sit down video where I share about lessons, and I've been consistent with my lessons since 2022 or 2023 or 2021. And I'm just realizing that it's now morphing into being a series, and I want to be consistent with that. And I'm back this year to share what I learned about 2024 and what I'm looking forward to in 2025. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you on my other social media channels below. All right, so what was the first lesson that I learned from this year? The first lesson is that love is a balm. I feel that a lot of people, maybe some people, get to experience love in its true form. So outside of the love that, as a Christian, that I understand and believe that Jesus has for me, being a human being who has flesh and worldly needs, we also try to seek some form of love and comfort from our fellow human beings. And this year I realized that it's okay to receive support, it's okay to lean into love. And what that does is that when someone genuinely loves you truly and loves you outside of themselves, that they are able to help you start to heal not only traumas that you may have grown with, but allow you to kind of ease into life despite all the difficulties going around. And so one of the first lessons I learned this year is that love is a balm. Love is necessary. Being the first child, I've grown up to just want to give love and take care of others. And this year I've learned that it's okay to lean back and allow myself to be taken care of. And I feel like that grounded me this year and made the aura around me to be more warm and inviting. And I could also start to hold space for other people and start to unpack things that historically or previously I had not sat down to think about, and think about how all of the ways I've just been working and not leaning into love have impacted how I viewed life or how I went on about life and everything. And I just feel like this year being able to just lean into people loving me and taking care of me has allowed me to be more soft and gentle with myself. And the second thing that I learned this year is that sometimes silence is self-preservation. And this just kind of came off from some kind of events that happened in my personal life. And previously, I'm one of those people that would be very vocal about fighting and defending myself, or like using very strong words towards people that I feel offended by or who have stepped out of the boundaries that I've created for myself. And so what I found this year that was helpful, and one lesson that I learned this year that did not escalate things but allowed me to still like kind of maintain my relationship with people that I obviously cared about, was just silence, allowing things to go under the water and just giving myself distance from the situation and the people who were involved. And what that created was a space that we could come together and just not think about all the wrongs, but move forward. And so this year I've just learned that sometimes silence is self-preservation. You don't always have to talk. Also, sometimes you just have to remove yourself from even people that you love and situations, just so that you are able to maintain some kind of sanity for yourself, because the more you kind of continue to engage, the more things fall out of place. So second lesson, silence is self-preservation. The third lesson that I learned this year is that you could do anything you set your mind to do. I don't know if I shared this last year, but I did get a promotion for my job and became a manager this year. And it was a double promotion, so I was moving from a regular program officer to like a manager position, and that was one of my first experiences. And having to manage within the US work setting is very different from my experience in Nigeria. And at some point I doubted my ability, but I took a pause sometime in April, I believe, or March, and I told myself that there's nothing you set your heart to do, Grace, that you wouldn't do or achieve. And started to create more check-ins. I also started to create more of a to-do list. To-do lists are very helpful, especially for people who really want to grow in life. I hope that you create a daily to-do list. It holds you accountable to things that you set out for yourself to achieve during the day, and having a to-do list was just very helpful. And because I had set my mind to doing what I wanted to do, and what did I want to do, I think that's something I have to correct. I really wanted this year to be able to step into that manager's role and feel confident about my ability to deliver. And so when I felt like I was struggling, I knew that I needed to kind of lean into kind of feedback that was being provided, creating a to-do list for myself. To-do lists have been very helpful. Blocking out time to just kind of do deep work, and also listening into how others who have been in such positions longer than me have carried themselves and operated within the workspace. And I found that to be very helpful. Something else that happened this year was me completing my graduate degree in computer science. And so yes, I have 2 master's degrees now. The first in technology and policy, and the second in computer science. And it was very, very challenging. Towards the end, I had to write a capstone, which was about 40 pages. And I was doing that with my full-time job managing. And you all know that I love to also create content online. And it just felt like a lot sometime in June, July. But I told myself that anything I set my mind to do, I can. And I was able to complete my degree around the same set time that I had planned. Did or got a great review by the end of this year for my management work. Met all of the KPIs, key performance indicators, that I needed to achieve to become successful in my role. And yeah, I think that was something that I realized, that you can do anything you set your mind to do. If you want to become a president, you'll obviously know how the tides turn, but anything you set your mind to do, you're able to do it. Another thing that I learned this year was that pause does not mean defeat. And this is the first time that I'm addressing it, but this year I paused and closed down Gaffer Sandals, which is a company that I've run for about 10 years. And anyone who knows me knows how much this brand means to me. It's one of the first ways that I was able to create and generate income from my creativity. It's sold over 6,000 pairs. A lot of people, I've connected with a lot of people just based on that product. It's bigger than me, but I realized that the brand was not evolving the way I wanted it to, and I felt that it was time to kind of take a break and think about the future of the brand and what I wanted to do with it. This year I finally realized that I needed to pause on the brand and make a comeback when I feel that the time is right. And somehow I'm feeling like the coming year is the right time to reflect and restart. And so I'm giving myself that grace to know that pausing was not me throwing in the towel on my brand, but allowing me to think about ways that the brand can re-emerge into its true identity. Something I did point out in speaking about you could set your mind to do what you want to do. I graduated with a 3.83 CGPA in computer science, and there has been nothing more rewarding than looking at that grade and verifying what I already know about myself, that not only am I able to do everything exceedingly more than, like, not only is God able to do everything for me exceedingly more than I hope and expect, but I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and that I'm smart, and that every self-doubt that I've had of myself has been in my head. One of the final things that I'm thinking about, or as I conclude this video around lessons from this year, is that it's okay to lean into joy. It's okay to take a break when you're overwhelmed. I feel like I'm one person that consistently wants to just go at things, and this year I learned that it's okay to sleep early, go to bed early. It's okay to wake up in the morning and drink tea and just lean into what people these days call ease and soft life. I don't like using the word soft life, but leaning into ease. Like, sometimes it's not just the means, it's the mindset. And so I hope that in 2025, things that I'm looking forward to is continuing in ease, putting my best foot forward. I want to present myself as this person who is full of experiences, and I want to be able to share my stories. I feel like for the last 4 to 5 years, I have paused on being myself online and sharing about my thoughts, my experiences, and my ideas. And part of it came as a trauma response to all the feedback that I got online from requesting or having people contribute a GoFundMe to move to the US for a grad degree, and just having that mindset online, or having that stain online, made people kind of feel like they knew me or had a lot of opinions about me. And I'm glad that last year I made the decision to change my handle from T to Peachy, which was a handle that people recognized with that need, and created a new identity for myself online. And I'm excited for what is to come in the coming year. I'm hoping that I could show you all a bit of more of my personality. I am hoping to be more consistent on YouTube and share more about myself and things that inspire me, and also just about life in general. I hope that in the new year that you, as my followers and subscribers, that you take care of yourself, and that when things get difficult, that you pause and realize that everything works out in the end. That's how the story ends. Happy New Year in advance, and I don't know when this video will go up. Hopefully it goes up before January 1st, but if it doesn't, I hope you all have a wonderful new year, and see you in the new year. Don't forget to subscribe and share if you enjoyed this content, and leave a comment below. Bye.